It's time for the Taryn and Karen Show. Two travel agents, one wild ride.
Guys, I'm Taryn.
Hey, and I'm Karen, and welcome to the Taryn and Karen Show. How's it going, Taryn?
It's going. It's a week. It is the
It
summer.
is.
We are past 4th of July now. And we
And
are on
now,
episode 8.
eight
Eight.
is going to be great.
8 is
It's going
going
to
to
be
be
amazing.
fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I can't believe that the 4th of July is gone. I'm going to show everybody because you might not know, but I'm kind of a hobby farmer. And this is a kohlrabi, and I just picked it, and I'm really proud of myself because I finally
very
grew
exciting.
something in this garden.
I cannot wait to see what else comes out of the garden. Are we tracking the crops that come out? Like, do you have a chart that says, like, here's what I've harvested?
Yep. I'm keeping track, especially because now I'm down from 42 tomato plants to 40 and 16 pepper plants from 17. I lost 2. I think I killed them with fertilizer. I don't know.
Oops.
Out of 42, 40 is fine.
Not bad. Not bad.
We might be filming an episode while I'm canning coming up here in August. So
I want to film an episode from the farm.
Oh, well, we can. It's it might just be where we put some GoPros on our head and drive around in the UTV, but that'd be fun.
That would be pretty amazing. I just bought so I am not a farmer, but I have a fig plant that is a baby plant, and I bought a Meyer lemon tree yesterday.
Ooh. So, well, fig trees, I will tell you, fig trees are hard, so give it lots of light and it'll love you.
Lemon trees. Outside in the back, we get a ton of light in the back. I heard that if you have 2, they produce more fruit.
They do.
So I have another one on the other side of the house that is even more of a baby that hasn't even sprouted yet. So I don't know how my fig future is gonna go.
Yeah, and then if and with apple trees, you actually need to plant like 3.
Oh, well, yeah. That I don't have. I'm gonna try lemons first. Yeah.
Pretty soon, I'm looking out my window. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have peaches too to can. So,
You're very busy. So, what beyond your hobby farming?
Well, Taryn, let's maybe make this
kohlrabi. Is that what it is? Kohlrabi.
Kohlrabi. Yep. Let's talk about this a little bit because why I've been able to spend so much time in my garden and do stuff is I'm a little slow right now, which I kind of have a lull. Not really excited that I have a lull. I'm that type of person who likes to be on the go. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe we could talk a little bit about, like what to do when you have a lull. What do you do? I know we've talked about how you get leads, but getting leads when you're in a lull is a little bit different too. So I was thinking maybe we focus episode 8 on the lull.
The lull. I like it. I think that's a great topic. So beyond your farming, and catching up on life, right? So when you're slow, I think it's always a good time to kind of do those things. But there's always those, like, I would say what I would call blocking and tackling things that you have to do to just run a business, right? So whether that's like catching up on invoicing or your, billing, tax stuff, all that, garbage, right? But from a marketing and business growth perspective, I think it's always a good time, especially in the middle of the year, right? Like we just hit the end of the first half of the year. So now we're looking forward the next 6 months. Like, where are you tracking on your goals? Like, did you write goals at the beginning of the year? How are you tracking to them? And just kind of checking in on, is the plan that you put in place in January, rolling along fine? Do you need to make refinements? Do you need to make changes? So, but then there's always those other activities, I would say, like one of the things that we've talked about is like email marketing, right? Like how important it is to have a good, consistent email marketing campaign. And have you gotten yours set up? Or are you in the process of setting yours up? Is it out?
So I have taken the time. I've just updated all my contacts, so that's good. I think that's sometimes what people forget about too is like it's not just creating your content,
Database
making sure
management.
your
Yep.
database is all up to speed. You've got all the information in. So I just got done updating that, and now I'm working on building out weeks worth of emails because what I found with myself is like I always tell myself, okay, Fridays is content day. Fridays is
Yeah.
never content day. Let's be honest.
No.
And so I am like, okay, we're just gonna pick a day and we're just gonna build out. Like yesterday was social media day, so I'm like, just build out the next month of all your social media posts. Get them out there. You can always change them, but get it out there. At least then that's done, and you don't have to worry about it for like a month. But yeah, so emails I'm working on. Emails I'm not the greatest at. Like I love my Canva, but I'm like with MailChimp, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I did start, you'll be so proud of me. I started my blog. What? So excited.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. See?
Yeah.
Downtime. Write a blog. What did you write about?
So the first post was just a little bit about Walls to Walls Adventures.
Okay.
I've kept it kind of playing off of my brand name just so that it all kind of ties together and helps from an SEO perspective. But I just wrote about top 2026 honeymoons and places to visit. So
love it.
yeah, kind of throwing that out
already.
there.
I will say the tide has turned a little bit on inquiries. I'm getting, I'd say in the past 2 weeks, it definitely has started to switch towards 2026 travel.
Oh, that's good to hear. Because, yeah, I'm still like...
I mean, I still have a decent amount that are still travel, trying to plan this year, but a lot of forward looking for this, like, I'd say early summer, May, June of next year. A couple spring breaks booked this week.
That's good because, like, this Europe thing, planning 6 weeks out is like tough.
Hard.
It's so hard. I mean, I'll do it, but it's hard. So planning, a year out is not even a year out. Even just getting 6 months out is amazing. So, yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I kind of switched some of my marketing around to being more like focusing more on 2026. Like it's Christmas in July, right? Like give them the gift of vacation for next spring, or trying to play off some of that. But yeah, the blog thing, I'm still having some hard times with it showing up on my website. Like I can't figure out why it's not showing up on my navigation. But I've got the time right now to figure that out, so I'm happy with that.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you have the time to do these things, setting yourself up for the future is perfect, right? Like make it easier for your future self. And so whether that's, I keep a little sheet on the side of like blog ideas or post ideas, even with the posts, you're doing that content a month out. Do you use a scheduler for your social?
Yeah. So let me tell you, I use, keep talking. I'll find it.
Okay. So while she looks that up, a lot of them help you repost the content. So like you don't always have the same people seeing your content. And so you might come up with, a month worth of posts, but you could probably like remix them for like a few months down the road. And obviously not like summer in July or, plan your travel for spring break when it's probably, maybe November when the post goes back up. But there's always that evergreen content of like, why use the travel advisor? Why are you different than me? Like, all these, different types of posts that you can do that have a nice shelf life. And so creating a library of that stuff, I think is super helpful.
Yeah. So I found it. It's called Notion.
Notion. Okay.
Notion.
I've heard about this, but I don't know much about it.
So I just started using it. I use more their calendar function, and what's nice is like you can share it with other people and like put stuff on it. So I've kind of been playing with that a little bit, but it helps me. What's nice is what I love about it is I can build my content calendar out, and I can not only go in and put in what my subject is, like but I can put in, I can work with my, me, I love Gemini. So Gemini, we write the post together, and then I go into Canva right away, or I'll go out to a supplier and I'll grab the imagery, and you can put it right in there. So then I'm not
Oh,
going,
wow.
oh, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go find this and this. I can kind of create it all at once.
Good ones.
And then it's
Okay.
all in my calendar, which I know might sound duplicative to like going in and putting into Facebook. But with a lot of suppliers, let's be honest, I'm not creating all this content on my own. I'm going out to, I'm part of
Yeah.
Signature. They have social media ideas. ALG has social media. Let's be honest, every single
Yeah.
hotel out there has ideas. So I go out and I grab them. But then instead of being like, go to Scepter Vacations and find this, I just can put it all right into Notion. So when I'm building out then my content, it's so much easier
And
because
does
then I just
Notion
copy and
actually
paste
post
it.
for you, or you still have to post it?
I still have to post for it. It might post for me. I haven't gotten that
Okay.
sophisticated with it yet, but I am liking it because before I was doing it in like a spreadsheet, my content calendar I was doing, and I'm a visual person. And while you could say, well,
Yeah.
Karen, you can visually see it laid out in a spreadsheet, I couldn't. Like, I was like,
Yeah, I knew
what am
what
I
you mean.
talking about? Yeah. And so I still use
I
BranchUp for
honestly,
social content too.
that's a good I've struggled with how to organize my social content too, because I also like to see the visual picture of like, here's all the handles. Like, so even like you have multiple platforms, you have multiple accounts, and then like different posts for each platform, right? Like, I'm not going to post the same thing on TikTok that I'm posting on Instagram, that I'm posting on Pinterest, right? Or LinkedIn, right? So, like,
Right.
I struggle to find a visual version of that. Like, I use OneUp app, which is a posting platform, and you can post to multiple, similar to what you're saying in Notion. I'd say Notion
Mhm.
sounds more like a content organization
Yeah, it's more of that.
thing where you can like organize your ideas and keep your like, and so I would say one up is kind of like the next step of that. It's not necessarily organization, but it is, you can say, I'm going to post about this new resort in Punta Cana, and you
Yep.
can check off, I want to post it on these platforms, and in
Oh,
that same
nice.
window you can write the variation for each platform with the visual. And so, and then you can schedule it, which I like, but it doesn't give me that visual picture of like, here's what my grid looks like in Instagram in July. I have
Yep.
no idea, right?
Right.
And
And
here's
there,
what's going up on TikTok. Like, I have not found one thing that does that.
yeah, and I think that's what you can like just with the little bit I know about Notion, like you could have your Instagram calendar, you could have your Pinterest calendar, you could like, and again, a lot of it you might be copy and pasting, or you can put it all into one, and so that you can see what all you're doing.
Yeah.
For me, it just
Like
in my brain, I probably have different separate ones, but
separate.
it just gives you that flexibility to kind of see what everything, and then like I was saying, I still use BranchUp from time to time when I'm just like I
Yeah.
can't think of something, and so
Yeah.
then even on my content calendar I'm just leaving it as like branch up is going to
Yeah.
post that day because
Post something.
you,
Yeah.
you, there's
So
just not
with Travel
something.
Leaders Network, we have a thing called Social Share Pro, and so they have content that they put out, and they'll even boost some of the posts for you based on like their calendar or whatever. But the thing that I struggle with is like making sure from a branding perspective, when we talk a lot about branding on this show, is like, I have a voice, you have a voice, your
Yep.
brand has a voice. Like, how do you, and some of the things I'm hearing, at least on the emerging social media side, at least with Meta, is if you're posting the same thing a bunch of other agents are posting, you're being dropped down the algorithm because it's not unique. It's not
Yeah.
original, right? So like always posting, and I'm not saying that you do this, but like always posting what someone else gives you could be detrimental to growing your feed and your
Yep.
followers and finding your people, right? So like, how do you balance like original content with what's given to you while still maintaining your brand?
Yeah, for me, I think it's because I use BranchUp so infrequently that like
Yeah.
it's like one or two posts a month, And honestly, it does sound like me. So I'm wondering if BranchUp has got some form of AI in there that is, because just some of their talk,
Okay.
but Signature does it like with their predefined posts too, right? That everybody can use. I'm taking that and putting that in Gemini and adjusting
In your own voice.
to
Yeah.
make it sound like me. I wouldn't say I'm
Yeah.
always the best at doing that, but for the most part, I'm doing it. It's
Like
just
when you're a party, a solopreneur trying to run your business, service clients, quote clients, book trips, and then, do the social marketing and all the meaning as well. It's a lot. And one of the things, like, I just came back from, we talked on earlier episodes, my trip to Dubai and Maldives. I literally came home with over 2,000 pictures and videos. It's content for years, right? It's like,
oh my gosh.
you don't want to throw it all on your feed all at one time, right? And so I have tons and tons and tons of photo circles and images and videos from the past few years of all these trips I've been on. And like, I feel like I underutilize some of that stuff because like time just gets in the way. And like, I have an idea and like to sit down and make a reel and make the put, like I sometimes just don't have the time.
It's just, and I don't know about you, but I feel like I could play in Canva for days. Now, I will tell you, I am not a designer in any way, shape, or form, but I feel really fancy when I'm in Canva, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to move stuff here, and I'm going to move stuff there, and I'm going to make this, and then I'm like, look at me, like I have a color scheme that works, and the next thing I know, I've spent 2 hours in Canva on like one thing, and I'm like,
In Canva.
like stop, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, like.
Do
But
you have
get that
templates
way.
set up, like your brand templates in Canva?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can
Yeah.
like just take a template and copy paste. And then
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I've tried to do is to not only reduce the time I spend on trying to create something, but also bring a little bit more consistency to my feed. Is like, here's a set of like 5 templates that we can use for like customer testimonial, for a resort highlight, or whatever the things are. And then in that brand kit section, you can hit the shuffle button, and the shuffle button flips the colors around. So you take 5 templates, and all of a sudden it's like 25 templates in different colors, but it's all within your brand colors. So that
love
helps,
that.
I think, from a design standpoint, once you find a design you like.
Yeah, I'm working on some new design templates right now of like around like just booked to play with that so that people can kind of see like, I'm not going to tell them how much I booked anything for, but it's like I just booked this resort, like just to give a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm kind of playing with some
That's
things right
interesting that
now.
you bring that up, because I was just thinking about that over the weekend. I was thinking about doing a TikTok about like, here's where either just booked or where my clients are this week, and
Yeah.
not necessarily like names or pricing or anything like that. It's just more like inspirational about like, here's some of the stuff that we're working on or that we handle, just kind of that kind of angle.
Yeah.
But again, an idea, and it's like, okay, I know you said you're
When
kind
you
of
find
slow,
the
but
time.
from my perspective, with my travel, I'm still catching, like I'm almost caught up from the 10-day trip I was on, and then I have 2 back-to-backs coming up for weekend travel that are business trips, and so trying to catch up and get ahead before those trips happen. So I'm kind of not slow right now, but
So jealous. I'm very jealous. Teach me, my friend. Teach me.
yeah.
Teach
Well,
me your
like you
ways.
said, I think you're doing the right stuff, right? Like you're setting yourself up for success in the future with the things that you're planning ahead. I think with your emails, and I think we talked about this before, it's setting up some sort of lead magnet or like free download for people to get
Yep.
on your list. So if you haven't done that, I would say take the time to do that. And then I know you and I were talking offline about advertising, and that you were going to start running some ads again.
Yep.
Lead capture ads are the thing, right? Like you can be very specific and very targeted about the people that you want to target. So say you want to target families for spring break, or you want to target honeymooners for next year, like you can drill down to just those people and show them your lead magnet, either whether it's a Google ad, a Meta ad, whatever ad platform you want to be on. And then when they give you their information, they get that download in return. and then they're in
Right.
your email sequence. So that's
Yep.
a very effective tactic that I use in my business.
Yeah, I also realized that like I don't have an area on my website where I really want to land them all the time. So like with these emails, I'm working on like what's the
Yeah, landing
landing
page.
page of what I want to drop them
Yeah.
on. I mean, I looked at my website again and I went, oh my God, where's all my wedding information? Oh, it's buried. Like, how do we get that up to the top? So even though I
Yeah.
just relaunched the website in January, I'm kind of spending these next couple weeks and revising it and seeing, can I
Yeah.
get some more
It's always
traction? Can I
evolving.
increase my SEO? Right. Like, how can I
Yeah.
use this time to get my marketing really in play so that when it comes, when it gets to August and September, things are booming. I don't know. From
Yeah.
you've probably
I think it's also there's always like a little bit of a seasonal slowdown. I feel like in July and August because people are out on their vacations for the summer. Kids,
Yep.
people are out and about and busy doing stuff. And then once kids go back to school, which here is after Labor Day, I believe you guys go
Yep.
back in August.
Yep.
All of a sudden attention turns to, oh my God, we need to book something for the holidays. We need to get spring break figured out.
Yep.
So it starts to pick up again in the fall, but now is the perfect time to do some of that, long-term planning and maintenance stuff. I think we need to do another episode, I think, around like SEO and website.
Yeah, I'm actually attending an SEO class today. I just found one at noon. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to take that.
Ooh.
And then I'll forward it to you. And then I'm also, because bridal shows take forever. And so, we've talked about this on prior episodes, but I'm kind of rethinking what I'm doing and everything.
Yeah.
And January is going to be here before we know it. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
also like I'm kicking off my big charity event planning now as well. So I'm like, and they happen
Okay.
back to back
Right,
weekends.
yeah,
So
back
I'm
to
like,
back.
let's get ahead of it now. Let's start requesting brochures now. It's Amazon Prime days. Let's order all the bubble envelopes. Let's do, let's get your stickers. Let's get all this kind of stuff now. So we're not doing it then. And then when then I can say like on a Friday morning, okay, I'm going to do this for an hour. And so, I'm trying to get organized in both content and in life, I think, right now with all of this.
I love it. I mean, like, so in between these two so I have the trip this weekend in St. Vincent, and then I'm going to the Bahamas. And then I come back on the 20th. I have another bridal show the night of the 23rd.
Oh my gosh.
And that's a big show at MetLife Stadium up in North Jersey where the Jets and the Giants play. So it's always been a very successful show for me. And so, like, God bless my husband. Shout out to Jeff. He
Way to go,
is the
Jeff.
best. Way to go, Jeff. While I was in the Middle East, he did a ton of prep for the show. And so
that's awesome.
definitely thank him for doing that for sure. But yeah, it's a busy summer.
It is. Okay. Well, speaking of busy, you better go get your work done because I know you got some big stuff to get out this afternoon, and I'm going to get back to my blogging, but I'll send you the email for the SEO.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And we will see you guys again in the future on another episode where we might be talking about farming again. We might be talking about SEO. We don't know.
We don't know. If there's a topic you want us to talk about, please let us know. We'd love to talk about anything. All right.
Thanks for joining, guys. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
The Taryn and Karen Show is presented by Shore to Sea Vacations and Walls to Walls Travel.